Snake, just take the shot. Snake, buddy, you have a bead on him. Take the shot. Take the shot before you lose your opportunity. Come on, man. Just shoot. Shoot him. Why are you taking. Okay. Well, now he's fucked. Now the Metal Gears are on their way. Snake, just for once in your life, listen to me. They're on their way. They're not here yet. Take the fucking shot. Please, for the love of God. Why does no one ever take the shot when they have it? Hey everyone, this is Gale Hall Gaming, and you may be wondering why my voice is not currently matching my lip movements. That is because I have fucked up in the royalest degree when recording this episode. This episode, somehow my mic got disconnected from OBS, and so right up until the end, I did not realize that I was not getting any audio from my mic. Therefore, commentary is going to be a little bit limited. I will speak my piece on what happened during this episode of the game, and then from there on it will be just game audio, just because I don't have anything else I can really do with this footage, and I don't want to have to go back and re-record it because I had to deal with like 3 different crashes during it. So, early on in today's episode, we did the fight again with like Meryl and all of the like mechanized soldiers or whatever they're called, like the cyborg ninjas. They were hard the first time, and then I realized that I should be looking at my equipment closer. I had a MK14 EBR that had a ACOG scope on it, so that would have solved all of my issues with aiming, and it was also fairly fucking powerful. It was like a one-shot to the head on them. So that section went by fairly well once I figured out I had that. Of course, you won't see the footage of me finding that, because I found that after one of the crashes. Instead, what you're going to see in the background is me flailing around like a newborn child trying to get through this section, because I didn't understand the combat mechanics yet. I keep treating this game like it's almost Gears of War. It's not Gears of War, it is something adjacent to it. It's what would happen if you made Gears of War into a stealth game, I feel like. So they don't have as refined cover shooting mechanics from what I can see. A lot of the like pieces of cover are glitched out to where you can't peek over them for some reason. And so cover is weirdly not applicable in a lot of situations. A lot of the time I just end up running and gunning in this game and just like finding a little nook where I can hide and not get shot while shooting back. But beyond that, I found out, funnily enough, later on into this fight that Akiba is actually fairly competent in one specific field, and that is computers and technology. He is the one who set up the laser trap, and he's probably the one who set up all the other traps, like the sleep mines, the claymores, all of those. So is weirdly competent in one area. We also find out later on that he doesn't have nanomachines, so this is all his own skill. But yeah, the rest of the squad does have nanomachines, so they are all sort of connected in like this weird network hive mind thing where all of them have the senses of the other people in the squad, but Akiba is not part of that. That's why he seems so like incompetent, so out of the loop from the rest of the squad. And it is very entertaining to watch. And of course he was also shitting himself the entire time during this fight, and I don't think that was by like design. I think it really was just dude needed to use the bathroom again and did not have time. In fact, there was an entertaining moment. I think he opened the door to one of the bathrooms, and that set off a sleep mine and immediately knocked him out. Yeah, it was very entertaining dealing with that. Beyond that, though, the rest of the squad, for some reason, the emulator made 2 of the people invisible in cutscenes. I don't know why it does that. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know if it was like a problem with the files or just the way it was running. Yeah, no clue on that front. that's just going to be something we have to deal with for the majority of this. Combat, though, I will say, is a lot more polished than I gave it credit for. Like, the actual gunplay is very satisfying once you understand it, especially when you have a scope. Those make the shooting way better, because the iron sights on most weapons kind of suck. They're very blocky, but once you get a scope, for example, the MK14 that I have, it becomes a lot better. And especially with that MK14, like, the one-shots to the head was so nice. I got through that section. The first time I got through using, like, 6 different rations. And that was purely because Akiba also gave me a ration during one of the run-throughs. So otherwise I would have ended up with like 2 at the end, but I ended with 3 because he gave me one. And then the second run-through I ended up with, I believe, 4 without getting the extra from Akiba. So that's the big difference. So we used 4 instead of 6. Of course, it was still a big combat encounter, and it's supposed to be a stealth game, so it did kind of fuck me up. But regardless, we got through it. After that, we all went into the like elevator shaft, if I remember correctly. Granted, bear in mind, none of this is going to be timed well to the background. I'm recording this off of memory alone in Clipchamp. I could be watching the video at the same time, but I just don't even really want to bother. So, regardless, getting down into like the basement of the building we were in after Akiba disables the trap that killed me last episode. That's where we find out that they're all connected with the nanomachines, because the 3 of them kill all members of an ambush shooting over each other one by one. And it resulted in this like really cool scene where one guy like laid out on the floor, shot the guy in front of them, and the other 2 like went to the flanks. And again, they're all trashing on Akiba. He doesn't have the same nanomachines. And the reason we know this is what's going to happen later on in the episode. Stay tuned to the finale if you want to know. But, yeah, they all rag on him. He doesn't have the same, like, ability that the rest of them do. Anyway, after that, we kind of separate from Arrow for a little bit. Beyond that, one of my favorite parts of this game, I feel like, is the fact that we are kind of on the Insurgents side. Just because when I got to the next area was a fight between the PMCs and the Insurgents. I don't even know if Insurgents is the right term. Let me know if that's the wrong term or if it's correct. But that fight was one of my favorite aspects of it, because the Insurgents showed up with a goddamn tank. And the tank steamrolled through the PMCs for a while until it got taken out by a like an anti-tank missile, or an AT, yeah, or not an anti-tank missile, but like an anti-tank gun. Essentially, it was out of commission. So, following that, there were still a few PMC troops at the end, as well as some of the insurgency troops coming up. I realized that I could get up to a tall perch and take out the sniper that was up there. So, of course, I did that. I took out the sniper, and then I sort of took his place in shooting down at the enemies down below. And I distinctly remember this because at the end, when I finally knocked out the last PMC, which, granted, they're probably going to die later. The insurgents probably aren't going to take mercy on them. But, or have mercy on them. So, at the end, it was weird because I didn't think there was going to be anything for that. But then all of a sudden, I get like this cheering from the insurgency. And it turns out that they were like semi on my side. And I didn't realize that before now. And you'll actually see in the footage, I knock out quite a few of them in that fight because I didn't understand that they were on my side. And it felt cool because it was kind of like I was a part of that army for a second. And like I found out you could hand off items to various members of the insurgency. It was just really cool because you don't really have that in any of the other Metal Gear Solid games. A lot of the time in Metal Gear Solid, you're going in alone, or you have like one ally with you. Like in Metal Gear Solid 1, you had Snake in there, and then Otacon helped occasionally. In Metal Gear Solid 2, granted there were a lot in 2, because you had Pliskin, aka Snake. You had Olga, who was technically part of that little crew. Otacon was on site there for a second. You had Emma. There was a lot of allies for Raiden. And then Metal Gear Solid 3, you were kind of fucked because the only ally you really had, well, that might not even be fair. Because Ocelot's turned out to be like a secret ally. It's weird. Metal Gear Solid 3 is weird. There's so many double crosses, triple crosses. There's so many double agents, triple agents. Fucking Eva at the end was apparently Chinese the entire time. I don't even know how she passed that accent. Yeah. Just so much with that game was you didn't know who was on whose side, and it was ridiculous at the end. I felt bad for Volgin looking back on it, because that man was standing in a room of spies, and he didn't realize he was the only person there who didn't know what was going on. Oh, I feel so bad for him looking back on it. It was kind of hilarious. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid 4, it was interesting having the insurgency on your side. And it was honestly really cool. But, of course, we also have Meryl on our side, and that was someone else I forgot to mention from Metal Gear Solid 1, though she spent a lot of that game injured. Either injured or captured. Regardless, though. What else was I going to go on about? Oh, yeah. After that little side tangent of helping out the insurgency fight back one of the PMCs, we get to this alleyway, and a bulldozer comes in and breaks one of the barricades that the PMCs put up. And we're like, okay, we're going to follow this thing along for a while now. The tank's gone, but we at least have this. The thing gets stopped in its tracks by, I have to assume, a Metal Gear? Because it looks like Blade Wolf from Revengeance, which that's one of the two Metal Gear games I played before this. I've played Metal Gear Solid 5 and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Those were the only two that I played. I've never played the other ones. I'm going in completely blind, other than when we get to those games, which I do plan on playing those games. Keep an eye out. Probably going to do 5 first, and then go on to like all of the side games like Metal Gear Rising, Portable Ops, Peace Walker. Although maybe we do Peace Walker before we do Metal Gear Solid 5, because I know that game plays a big part in Metal Gear Solid 5, just because there's a lot of characters in there that I wouldn't recognize. I didn't recognize until I had done research and realized, oh hey, all of these people are from Peace Walker. So probably doing that one after we get done with Metal Gear Solid 4, so keep an eye out for that. But anyway. Yeah, one of them looks like Blade Wolf. Then there was a jetpack guy that looked like one of the like Falconeer enemies from Rising as well. Then there was this like camouflage one that had basically our Octo camo and looked like Dr. Octopus. And finally there was one that had like marionettes, and even Snake compared them to Psycho Mantis. So I'm assuming that's like our Dead Cell, that's our like squad of baddies for this one, is we have to take care of each of those individually. But it was just like a quick intro cutscene. They took out a whole squad of the insurgents, tipped over the bulldozer, and then I had to fight through the rest of the PMCs myself. It was fairly easy. I did have a crash the first time I did it, unfortunately, and that is why around, I believe, minute 46 of this video, you're going to see a quick jump. Is because I had a crash while I was fighting some of the PMCs right near the end too. That's the worst part about it. That area wasn't too bad. The only thing I'm regretting it now because I saved over this. I got to the end and I realized that I had forgotten some of the items that I had found in the previous run in a locker. So we're missing out on a few things on that front, but I'm sure we can get more of them later. The last thing that really happens in this chapter is Ocelot shows up, or Liquid Ocelot, and that's interesting. We actually get to see how he's doing. He is still possessed by Liquid, by the way, because he specifically calls Snake brother. it is very interesting just seeing him back and also seeing him age so much. Like he has the same thing going. I guess he wasn't really a young person anyway. He was on the older side, even in Metal Gear Solid 1. And I know for a fact that he's on the older side, actually, because I've played Metal Gear Solid 5 and 3. So I know Ocelot is on the older side. He was about the same age as Big Boss. Or at least I think so. They looked to be about the same age. Maybe Ocelot was a little younger. Regardless, though, oh god, what else? Anyway, cutscene happens. We get a little bit of cute moment with the Metal Gear Mark II. So fucking adorable. I love him. Uh, and then we get like the big threat of this. So we're like standing in the middle of a PMC camp, and in the middle of it, or while we're standing there, Ocelot says, "Activate it." And then all of a sudden, all of the soldiers start going nuts. Some of them start vomiting. Some of them start laughing or sobbing. Some of them start fucking throwing hands. And it also hits Snake and it hits Meryl's crew as well. They're there as well. And I realized as I was happening, it was like fucking with their nanomachines. Because the only one who wasn't affected by it, remember I told you this would come back, was Akiba. He's the only one, to my knowledge, right now that does not have nanomachines. So, of course, it looks like Ocelot doesn't have them either, as well as one of his assistants that we will get into later. But it is just very interesting because the fact that he didn't have nanomachines made him one of the more important members of the crew there for a second. He pulled the Snake out of that, and then Ocelot went off somewhere. I'm still mad at Snake, by the way. He could have taken a shot, taken care of this entire conflict right out of the gate. But no, he chose not to. Now, the reason why I said one of his assistants instead of the person's name is because we find out later on Ocelot is working with Naomi Hunter again, the person who infected Snake with Fox Dye. And it's really cool seeing her come back. I don't know if she helps Snake because she like dropped a half-used syringe of the nanomachine suppressant, I think is what she used. I could be wrong on that. It could be something else, but that's what it looked like because it was the same needle that Drebin used to suppress our nanomachines in order to let us use the ID lock weapons. Excuse me. So yeah, she's still like gray morality. I'm not entirely sure what she's after right now. Apparently she's helping Ocelot, so that's maybe a little bit of a red flag. And yeah, that's just about where we ended things off. I'm still mad at myself for not checking my microphone before this, but well, c'est la vie, here we are. This is about the best workaround I can get without going back and just trying to remember what all I said in the moment. I am going to do something for the intro because I do remember a moment during the actual gameplay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sync up my audio correctly, but yeah. That's all from me, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I am sorry for it being borderline silent aside from the game itself. Thank you all so much for watching this. If you enjoy it, granted, I know this is a bit of a weird setup, but if you enjoy it, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Go check out some of my other videos. Got a ton of content on Metal Gear Solid itself. I've played through 1 through 3 completely blind on the channel, and we're planning on doing more of the games in the future, so if you're interested, keep an eye out for those. Beyond that, though, thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a good day.
The nanomachine network inside each unit member's body lets us share each other's senses. They can see what I see. And it helps control pain.
Is that part of the system, too?
With SOP, my team can literally operate as one. Well, except for a certain someone who's not much of a team player. So, what do you think? Is your age of heroes finally over?
I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be.
You haven't changed at all, Snake. But... your body... are you gonna be all right?
This getup doubles as a muscle suit. I can still get around.
Liquid's camp is up ahead. I'll mark it on your map.
Thanks.
Akiba! One man's blunder can compromise the whole team.
I'm sorry, Commander.
Be careful, Snake.
Otacon, I know where Liquid is.
Yeah, I'm confirming the location. It's to the north of where you are. Meryl's really changed, hasn't she, Snake? She's a lot more self-assured.
I wonder how much of that has to do with the system. The senses you used to develop through extended training and experience can now be obtained without even working for them. Seems once you're under the system's control, you don't even need experience at all. It even beats that VR training that was all the rage a few years back.
Yeah. The growing need for PMCs has led to the creation of a more reliable, cost-effective supply of elite soldiers. It's also made the child soldier phenomenon more problematic than ever.
Can the nanomachines do anything to counteract post-traumatic stress disorder?
Good question. They might provide a degree of psychological stability.
You'd think so? That geek kid, Akiba, he was really starting to lose it.
And technologically, the system should be able to optimize each soldier's personality traits.
And that big guy, he didn't seem to be feeling any pain at all.
Augmenting the soldier's existing experience and psychological fortitude.
But a soldier's gotta have more than that.
The times have changed, Snake. Just like Meryl. Snake, hurry to the PMC camp. Based on what Meryl told us, Liquid should be there. Okay, time to head for the surface.
The enemy's attacking! Hey you, get over here.
Yes?
We're having connection problems. Go check it out.
Yes, sir.
Otacon, wait here. Liquid.
I knew it. Snake, you're here to kill Liquid, aren't you?
That's the mission. Are you going to stop me?
My mission is to inspect the PMCs. I'm not in a position to take action. All I can do is stand by and watch. I can't help you, understand? I'm a peacekeeper, here to keep order.
Understood.
Activate it.
What?
What? What? What?
Commander!
I never thought it would be so easy. But these results... refreshing. Don't don't you think? Brother! It's been too long.
Liquid.
Rejoice! We're not copies of our father, after all. We are free of the shackles of fate. Snake, brother, we are free. Watch, Snake. Watch as I surpass my own origin.
Snake, if you won't be a prisoner to fate, then go. Fulfill your destiny.